I call the Honourable Dr. Peter Sharples. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, tēnā tātou. Mr. Speaker, I stand in the House today refreshed after an Auckland summer. I've had the pleasure of spending quality time with my whānau, kids, mokopuna, at wakaama, touch rugby, kapahaka, maurako, kauhoi moana, and time at the marae with kuia and koroua. This time spent with whānau reminded me of the great hopes and expectations that people have placed on us and the duty we have as representatives in Parliament to carve a pathway so that our people may pursue in their own dreams, whatever those dreams may be. This is rangatiratanga. This is self-determination. And that is what we, the Māori Party, have come here to do, to hold at bay the many policies that stifle the development of whānau iwi hapu, and to push forward and progress the things that restore to tangata whenua our right to participate, our right to succeed, and our right to express our unique status as tangata whenua. The Māori Party is a party built on kaupapa, manaakitanga, rangatiratanga, kaitiakitanga, and more. We come with a wide view of the world, a holistic view of what well-being is, and a view to addressing the systemic issues that have contributed to the poor outcomes for Māori and for many New Zealanders. It is our kaupapa, our history and our experiences that should remind all of us that well-being is not defined in economic terms alone. Yep, jobs are absolutely critical in restoring a sense of rangatiratanga to our whānau. And I'm proud that the Māori Party have worked with this government to provide more training and employment opportunities, to establish cadetships and trade training programs, and to enhance education and skills training outcomes. I look forward to continuing to work on this front to ensure that every New Zealander has equal opportunity to participate in the workforce. The Māori Party are also proud of the work done in the wider economic space. Last year we launched He Kaikayakuringa, the Crown Māori Economic Growth Partnership Strategy to 2040. He Kaikayakuringa is the vision, literally to provide the food you need with your own hands. It is all about rangatiratanga and supporting self-determination for our whānau and for our hapu. Mr. Speaker, what I am most pleased with in this plan is that while the outcome is economic, the action plan is all based on creating transformational change. It focuses on education, it focuses on building relationships, and it focuses on whānau-centric approach. That approach absolutely excites me because what that strategy tells me is that the economic outcomes will be driven by the social, cultural, and structural transformation. And that is what we, the Māori Party, are all about. We're about transformation. When I was growing up in Takapau, what was important to us as a whānau was to have kai on the table, knowing that each of our whānau members were safe, healthy, and happy, and knowing that we lived in the greatest metropolis in the whole world. It is these simple things, ensuring our whānau are fed and healthy and happy, that should channel our focus in this House. Economic development has a part to play in this picture, but we need to get the balance right. We need to concentrate on the things that matter to us as people. We need to preserve the way of life that New Zealanders treasure. We have bountiful lands, beautiful rivers, we have unique cultural edge, and we have the resource to provide people with the richness of life that they deserve. But in order to take advantage of these things, we need to protect our environment, protect our health and well-being of our people, protect our cultural identity, and the things that makes us and makes New Zealand a special place to live. And the Māori Party are pleased to promote this vision here in Aotearoa. We're pleased to have established a constitutional review which will look partly at the role of the Treaty of Waitangi in our modern society. Te Treaty o Waitangi is the founding document of this country. It is the reason there is a parliament sitting here today. It is the cornerstone of the relationship between Māori and the Crown, and it sits at the heart of our policy. Yesterday, we heard passionate dialogue about the role of the treaty in Aotearoa. This is a conversation that should not be reserved to politicians. It is a conversation that must include all New Zealanders, all whānau, all young and old, and I think you would find, Mr. Speaker, that our younger generations of New Zealanders will have very different views to some of us sitting here in this House. And that gives me such hope for the future of our communities. Another thing that we know, Mr. Speaker, is that culture counts. We are working hard to ensure that culture is respected and reflected in the way we do things across the spectrum of the government. I am proud that the Māori Party has introduced whānau ora into our political landscape. It truly is an innovative policy that recognises and promotes the primacy of the whānau or family in navigating through a wide range of interconnected issues. And it is an approach which puts in practice all the kaupapa that we stand for and that many other New Zealanders believe as well. I am proud also of the work that we have done in education to build bridges between cultures through Tātai Ako program and to celebrate the wonderful potential of our kids to succeed and the role of the whānau in supporting educational outcomes. If we are to truly address the issue of poverty in this country, then education is a key area of focus for us. Literacy and numeracy are critical to education success, so I'm pleased that we have secured funding for a Reading Together program for all decile 1, 2 and 3 schools. This is a whānau-centred literacy program which is receiving absolutely glowing feedback. It supports children but also provides skills for parents and whānau members to support them to participate in their children's education. Kāinga whenua loans is another area where we have made an impact. We are proud to have supported this initiative, which will provide a means to tangata whenua to build on multiply owned land. Land supply is a major issue in the housing space, and it is also a major issue facing Māori. For years, we have talked about unlocking the potential of Māori land, and it is time that we looked at how to push forward on this issue. This is the year, and Minister Finlayson alluded to that just a while ago. Of course, this year we must also ensure that we are all working hard to address the issue of whānau poverty. In our relationship accord with the National Party, we have established a ministerial committee especially to look at how we address this issue in our country. We're extremely excited about the findings of the Children's Commissioner's Expert Advisory Group, and we will be lending our support to the 78 solutions that they identified. The work that Tariana has been leading in rheumatic fever, the prevention, has been absolutely vital to ensuring that our kids have a decent quality of life. But make no mistake, this illness has no place in our country. It's an illness that results from poor living conditions and is associated to poverty. And the fight to eradicate it must go hand in hand with the work to move our kids and our whānau out of poverty permanently. So, Mr. Speaker, if there's one thing that we know that our kaupapa and our history tells us, it's that everything is connected. We must fight our battle for social justice on all fronts simultaneously. And if we are to see real transformation for our communities and for our tamariki mokopuna. In all of our mahi this year, Mr. Speaker, the key thing that binds us together is the expression of our kaupapa and tikanga, of manakitanga, whanaungatanga, langatiratanga, and of course, whānau ora. These are our measures of well-being and success, and we believe that these measures would also fit well within a new model of measuring well-being, such as a General Progress Index, and that is something that I am keen to promote this year, the GPI. Tēnā koutou katoa.
I call the Honourable Minister Anne Tolley.